Hello everyone, welcome back to some more bridge. Playing in today's free day-long tournament on BBO. It's a Just Declare day-long. Today's March 21st, of course, of 2025. I say of course, but I don't usually publish these videos until late at night, so that the event is already over or close to over and there's no chance somebody gets an unfair advantage from seeing any of the boards. Even though it's unlikely you'll play the same boards as me, it's still nice to do my best to not be a problem. So we're in 4 hearts. It's just 8 boards, right? Yeah, 8 boards of Just Declare. Sometimes I get through these as fast as half an hour, but usually not. The 10... Okay, nobody bid. East didn't open. The 10 looks like it's from shortness. I have 17. Partner has 10. 27. So the fact that East didn't open doesn't tell us that much. Just means East doesn't have absolutely everything, basically. The spade position, East is more or less known to have the king and the jack. Based on the lead of the 10. I guess that means there's no real reason to let this run around to the queen, because I can always lead up to my own queen later, right? So my tentative plan is ace of spades, heart, heart. Hopefully they're 3-2. Diamond, diamond, diamond. Spade. Through East. Put in the 9. Then I can get back to dummy eventually with a club ruff. Provided that I pitch a spade on the 3rd diamond instead of a club. And lead another spade up. That works great if hearts are 3-2. Suppose that hearts are 4-1. I don't know. I guess I'll just be sad in that case. It's match points, baby. You got to take risks. Don't make plans. Make risks. There you go. Easy. Yeah, it feels natural to pitch a club here, but you definitely can't do that. Because club is the entry to dummy you want to have. I guess I don't even need to lead spades up twice if I pitch a spade. Hang on, maybe I should pitch a club? Is that... That can't be right. Because if I pitch a club and then I play a spade to the 8... Oh, sorry. Yeah, if I play a club and then a spade to the 8, which holds... What do I do? Club? I won't be able to get to dummy except by exhausting all of the trumps. So I won't be able to lead another spade. Yeah, you have to pitch the spade here. And then we can claim all but this trick. A ruff, a spade, a club, and a ruff. And you really couldn't do better on this hand. Whether you could do worse, I mean, we'll find out how the field did, but... Unluckily, the 10 of spades wasn't singleton. I would love for it to be singleton so that some BBOers would have to go spade the king, spade ruff, and then go down. Although it turns out that it's a ruff with a natural heart trick, so it wouldn't even help. Okay. Well, 54. Pretty normal. Huh. I mean... We're losing 2 spades. We'd like to avoid losing 2 hearts. That's pretty much all there is about the hand, right? We don't want a club ruff either, I suppose. I think you just play ace of hearts and a heart towards the queen 10 and then just sort of guess whether to put in the 10 or the queen. If you had more entries to the dummy, it might be better to lead low to the 10 than low to the queen before cashing the ace at all. Yeah, that would be better. Well, Not sure. But without any extra entries, I don't think you can do that. The only other thing you could consider would be like leading the queen and then leading the 10, hoping that the 8 develops into a trick if you can pin the 9 or something. Like if West has at least 1 honor, but not the 9, and East has like the 9 and at most 1 honor and 2 cards. Like the 9 and any one other card, I guess is what I'm thinking. You could lead the queen and be successful there. Well, I suppose I'll just follow suit a couple times and see if they do me a favor by leading a heart. I assume they won't. Oh, a different favor. I mean, if diamonds are 6-2, I don't, like, it's not a problem. Like, it would be, you could say, oh, don't cash your diamonds, they might rough one. But, like, unless they rough this one, which they won't, it's basically fine with me. Looks like East is going to rough this king of diamonds, but that's okay, I think. No, he's just fooling around. Okay, great. Oh, West switched to the 10 from 10-0, huh? Interesting. So, now the play in the heart suit is a little bit different, I think. I'm not sure it's a lot different, but the opponents have a new threat they didn't have before, which is it could go heart to the ace, heart back to, let's say, the 10. West wins the king, say my finesse succeeds, but then plays a spade, no, a diamond, trying to give their partner a rough. I guess it just, like, doesn't matter, because I can over-rough in hand? Yeah. Okay. So I think it's just ace of heart. I mean, actually, I said if I had more entries, I might do something differently. And it's only now occurring to me. I do have a club entry. It's pretty risky to use that, though. Like, it might go club, heart, king, club rough or something, right? That would be sad. So I think we just, like, play on hearts and hope for the best. Excuse me? I'm glad West played the 9. Does that matter? West's remaining hearts are king, jack, 7, 3. If we could just lead hearts over and over, eventually we would force out the king, jack, and 7, and the 4 would beat the 3 or whatever. I guess, yeah, one of these spots would beat the 3. But the problem is, West can win the heart. Let's say I played a heart to the 10. Win the jack, win the king, spade. Or diamond, for that matter. Then I have to rough in dummy, and West has more hearts than I do. So when I next play clubs, West roughs in, draws the last trump. Wait, I can't draw the last trump because the 8 is bigger than the 7? So heart to the 10, jack, king. North and West both have 2 trumps. Exit with something tapping me. Club, tapping you. You have not the 9 anymore. You have the 7. So you can't play a heart, but you can still play another diamond or another spade. And you're guaranteed to have those because you've roughed a club, and so all you have left is hearts, diamonds, and spades. And you'll just keep playing stuff until I rough, and I'll end up scoring, like, basically no tricks. So I think I just can't draw trump, right? I just have to play clubs and let West have, like, 4 trumps. 3 trumps, probably, maybe? I'm certainly going down. But we'll see how much, I guess. All right, roughing immediately. So again, West has king, jack, 7. If I play a heart, West wins, cashes, taps. Yeah, you can't do that. So we're just going to give West all 4 of their hearts. I think, right? Yeah, West now has the king and jack remaining. I'm never end playing West, am I? No, because they... Yeah, okay. Enjoy all of your lovely hearts, you jerk. Down 2. I don't think you could do better here. You couldn't do a lot worse either. I mean, obviously, West might not switch to a diamond, but it's the same robot defending at every table, so it's always getting a diamond switch. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. It's true you can't do much worse, but I forgot, I overestimated, I guess, BBO players. Of course, they don't realize you can't draw trump. So what's going to have happened at a lot of tables is they follow along with me up until this point, saying how nice I got rid of a spade. Some of them will ruff a spade now, which is insane. Or very lazy thinking. I don't know. It's just like nonsense. But it'll happen at least 10% of tables, I bet you. Low heart. I'm lucky here that West put in the 9. If they had played low, I was not putting in the 4, right? I was putting in the ace anyway. I wonder if I had led the queen. Would that be better somehow? I don't think so. No. So anyway, it's going to go like this, and a bunch of the field is going to lead a heart. Even though you can see face up that that's a disaster, they don't think that far ahead. So that's why this is a good score. Even though any right-thinking player would do exactly what I did. We're on BBO, not at the Risinger. Is the Risinger the... There's a Nationals going on right now. I think the Risinger is this season, and it already happened. We're losing a spade. We're losing a club. But thinking about winners, I don't know. I like to think about winners rather than losers, even in trump suit contracts most of the time. And the obvious source of winners is clubs. We're going to be setting up the north hand. Looking at it from South's perspective and saying, oh, I'll rough 4 diamonds. That's just a lot of work. Whereas setting up clubs should be pretty simple. Put in the 10. You never know when it might win a trick. Nope. Not surprised, but sometimes. And I don't really know the right way to play clubs. I kind of like low to the king, because if West has an ace, they might panic and hop with it, which would be friendly to me. You could try to draw trump first. Well, you could succeed in drawing trump first, for sure. But I feel like I might need some of those entries. I guess I should work it out. I can afford 1 trump, right? And then if it turns out that the suit is 2-1, as it likely is, then I can afford another. And in case, clubs could be 5-1. It would be embarrassing to play a club, have it go ace rough, when I could have just drawn trump. All right, fine. This time I'm doing what the dumb BBOers are doing. West kept his cool, did not jump on the ace. Well done. Diamond? No, unlucky. Yeah, this is just a claim. Rough, 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 club. Rough, 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 club, more precisely. No need to try and play the finesse, even though it turns out it would have worked. The suit is guaranteed to come in if you just rough it enough. So, ultimately I didn't do anything too brilliant on this hand. One spade, 2 spades? Really? Such a weird call. Like, it looks like it's showing weakness and with long spades, but I have strength without long spades. Obviously not like huge strength, but 2 spades seems like an underbid to me. And a misrepresentation. What would I have bid instead? Double? Like a takeout double kind of thing? I have support for literally anything partner wants to do. And extra values. If double would be penalty there, then maybe it's not the greatest call. I don't think you're supposed to play double as penalty, but maybe some people do. Maybe I do. I don't know. I don't have very clear understandings of my partnership agreements in my regular partnerships there. I really am not very happy about roughing this. You could pitch a club. And that way, if they lead another heart, you could take the tap-in dummy. But the club that we're pitching might not be a loser anyway. Because it's pretty clear... Well, no, it's not. I was going to say it's pretty clear West has the ace of clubs. East bid 1 heart, but East didn't preempt. If East had preempted, that would be true, although then East would probably not have 6 solid hearts. So East has 6 solid hearts, could have another ace. I wonder what Gibb thinks 2 hearts means. Okay, so you could have an ace, you could not have an ace. I think I'm going to rough with the 8 of spades, and this club might not be a loser, A, because West might have the ace, and B, because if the diamonds come in, we could pitch the club on a diamond and then rough with the long spade, kind of. So I don't think the pitch to avoid being tapped is all that great an idea. Okay. They roughed it, but it was presumably with the long trump hand, so it hasn't really hurt me, and it would have been pretty tough to avoid. Okay, there are only 3 trumps left, so I can claim overtaking in spades, drawing all the trumps, 2 clubs and 2 diamonds. Turns out, I think double dummy... Oh, no, don't look at that. Look at this. I think double dummy, you could get another overtrick by roughing high on the 3rd heart. Actually, let me just confirm that. I could ask the computer, but I'd rather do this analysis myself. So if I rough high, West pitches a club. We then, since we're playing double dummy, we know to finesse in spades. Cash another spade. Cross in diamonds. Then we can draw the last trump. Hang on, do I actually want to do that? Maybe I want to pitch a club, because the diamonds actually are running if we're playing double dummy. Yeah. Now I play queen of diamonds. Diamond. And we still have 1 club to lose, but it's making 4 instead of 3. Making 3 seems good. 56, sure. I guess in some sense it's hard to do worse. East didn't open, and West didn't overcall. Trump control seems like the main issue on this hand, right? Because you'd like to cash all the hearts pitching dummies clubs. then you don't have to ruff anything in the south hand, and you can lose one spade. If you were super greedy, you might imagine you could pitch both of dummies spades, then have no spade losers, and still lose only 2 clubs. But that assumes you can ruff 2 clubs in the south hand and retain trump control, all while having somehow cashed 4 hearts with nobody ruffing. It's just like, doesn't make sense. It's incoherent. Pitching dummies clubs and just agreeing to lose a spade is much more reasonable. The problem with that, is that you can't so easily draw trumps and then cash hearts, because we don't have good enough trumps to draw 3 rounds. So what I would like to happen is king of hearts, diamond to the king and ace. Then the opponent's lead anything. Actually, a heart? I would not appreciate a heart lead. Ugh. Because then I would be in my hand too soon. I couldn't go cross to the queen of diamonds. I was worried at first that what would happen is it would go diamond to the king winning, and then I can't really play another round because they could draw all the trump and then cash all the diamonds. But now I'm worried even if they do win the diamond, I can't do everything I want to do because I don't have an entry back to hand. So I think I have to win the king of hearts and then queen of diamonds. Not leading up to anything is unfortunate, but the king of diamonds is too precious to spend so early. And, like, surely they win that, right? Yeah. Now I can win this. Cash a diamond. And now I'm okay in clubs, because either they don't rough in and I get to pitch both clubs, or they do rough in and I get to pitch one club and then I can rough the last club because they can't draw trump. Great. Now we just go after spades. The opponents have a spade, 2 clubs, and a diamond, but I'm not going to get hammered by a million club tricks, just 2. And we make our contract, 8 tricks. And since East was the one with the ace of diamonds, they really couldn't duck it when I led the queen, right? I would be, if they had ducked, I would be afraid to continue diamonds. But if I had the courage to do so, then I'd be losing only 1 diamond trick instead of 2. So the duck would cost East a trick, double dummy, I think. Yeah. Well, it actually says it would be fine, because I think they end up getting to tap the south hand. So the king kind of disappears. Maybe? I'm not sure. Yeah, it would go queen, duck, duck, duck. Low, planning to play the king. But then East jumps on the ace, and the opponents lead a bunch of clubs. I end up having to rough with the king, and the 10 is still good for a trick. Okay, but the important thing was realizing that hand entries... Well, there were a few important things. Realizing that pitching spades is stupid, and so you want to pitch hearts, clubs on the hearts. And then realizing, okay, well, my hand entries are really problematic, so I can't afford to lead a diamond to the king. I think those are the 2 likely mistakes players could make that would lead them to a worse score than this. We're in 3-0 after West emphatically bids hearts. I have 4 clubs, 2 hearts, and a spade is 7, plus the ace of diamonds is 8. Where do we find a 9th trick? Not so easy, is it? Diamonds, I mean, obviously... In both spades and diamonds, we have 7 cards, including the ace, and so the opponents have only 6, and you could hope for a 3-3 break to set up the suit. But you don't have enough time for that because of, like, the hearts, right? Although I suppose since hearts are apparently 6-3, if you duck the second heart, can't duck the first. If you duck the second heart, then East becomes a safe hand you can afford to lose tricks to. Problem is, I don't know. Like, how I would do that? Not to put too fine a point on it, I guess. The main idea I have is that I don't think in spades there's any way to take advantage of a 3-3 split, because West could win the third spade. Or, yeah. The second spade we lose could be won by West, and then they could cash a bunch of hearts. Maybe there are some like strip squeeze potentials that we could look at later, but for now I want to focus on directly setting up a trick in some suit. And I don't think you can do that in spades. In diamonds, you require some luck, but the main thing would be, what if West had Honor Doubleton in diamonds? Then you could win this trick, play Ace of Diamonds Diamond, West perforce plays his Doubleton Honor, continues hearts, ducked, continues hearts, Ace, cross in clubs, Jack of Diamonds losing to East, who can't continue hearts. He tries a spade, you win Ace, and you cash some diamonds. That's I think, the main line I see. It requires that West have Honor Doubleton. Possibly Honor Doubleton would be even just as good, but Honor Singleton also fine. We would make 3 instead of 4 that way, I think. But, okay, so I have 8 tricks. So often when you can take all, but when you're just one trick short, a squeeze of some kind could help you somehow. The problem is, like, what would that be? That would be a strip squeeze against East, presumably, the one with the spade length and the diamond length. Like, and okay, so if we wanted to try to rectify the count for something like that, we could try winning King of Hearts, Club, Ace of Hearts, lose a heart. West cashes a bunch of stuff, rectifying the count for a squeeze against East. But because we didn't lose a spade or a diamond, this only works if East is the only one guarding both spades and diamonds, which seems very unlikely. And if we try to duck something else to set up that kind of strip squeeze, then like the opponents get 4 hearts plus whatever else we ducked. So I don't think that works. I think we just go after the diamonds. Now, can I afford to cash any clubs first? I don't think so. I need those for entries back and forth to get back to dummy for the diamonds, to get to my hand for the Ace of Hearts if they don't continue that. So I think it's just Ace of Diamonds Diamond and hope West has a Doubleton Honor. That sort of felt like Honor third, didn't it? Pretty sad, if you ask me. Let's cash the clubs to get some information on how that suit is splitting. West is pitching hearts. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so it looks a lot like West has the last diamond. His shape then would be 6 hearts, 3 diamonds, 1 club, and 3 spades. I think that's all consistent with what's happened so far. But then I can afford a diamond, right? Because he's pitched down to a... He pitched 1 heart, right? After playing 3 and holding 6. So West has 2 hearts left. I guess the disaster would be if West had both of the remaining diamonds. Because then when I lost a diamond, West would win it, play a diamond, play 2 hearts. I would never get the ace of spades. That would make West's shape 2, 6, 4, 1. Pitch, which would mean his only spades were like Jack and 10 or whatever little card he played plus this 10. In which case, why did he pitch a heart before pitching a spade? I don't think West has both diamonds. Which means I can afford to play a diamond now in the hopes that maybe they were 3-3 and East has the last honor. Had both honors to begin with. And if it turns out I'm wrong, well, no problem. West will win it, cash 2 hearts, and then give up a spade. Okay. Down 1. Could I have tried leading the Jack of Diamonds from dummy? If East plays the Queen, we win ace and we're very happy because now we can lead up to the 10 and West's King 9 is stuck. So the Jack would have to be ducked to the King. West could continue hearts, but we duck, win, ace of diamonds, club, diamond. East is now winning. So that would work, double dummy. I don't think it's a good play. But it does seem like the kind of bad play BBO would make, doesn't it? Which explains the 48. I mean, I don't know. The question is West more likely to have honor X or honor third? And given that we know West has 6 hearts, and that's about all we know, I think honor X is more likely. We could ask Richard Pavlicek, I guess. We could do some math. Oh my God, there's some weird SSL problem with his website the last while. Yeah, I want to keep going to his website, please. No, it's broken. Okay, I don't know. I can't go to his website. I guess this is like a hypergeometric calculation, but there's probably somewhere bridge, vacant, spaces, calculator, like... Of course, this is just going to go... Odds tables. Okay, so what is this? What? This looks like a website that's trying to do the thing I'm thinking of. Yeah, okay. Oh, you can't see the top of the screen because I have it cropped because it just shows useless stuff. There's a little calculator up here. So if I say that I'm missing King, Queen, 9, I don't know what the other spots were, 4, 3, 2. West, because I know West has 6 hearts, they have 7 vacant spaces. And East, having 3 hearts, has 10 vacant spaces. Calculate. So what does this do? Okay, so this is a way to say, like, group things together. So if I wanted to know what are the odds that West has... Now, honor doubleton works in both cases, but if West has a stiff honor or a doubleton honor, my original line is a good idea. 9 doesn't really matter. This is very tedious. In this case, either line works. Okay, so I think this is all the layouts where my original line is a good idea. 23.76%. So when is the idea of leading the jack good? Anytime East has both honors? No, because then you can just cover. And then when I lead low to the 10, I'll be sad. So nothing works in that case. Oh, actually, my line works for King, Queen, Doubleton on the right as well, I guess. And leading the jack does not, because you're planning to play low to the 10 on the next round. Okay, but so honor third, that's one where the other line works and my line doesn't. Honor doubleton? I think the other line also works in this case, right? Because low to the ace and then low to the 10, losing to East is just a disaster. Leading the jack cover, yeah, honor doubleton is fine. So are all the other honor thirds. Stiff honor, we'll give my line credit. I missed that one on the way down. All these honor fourths, no good. Honor third, yep. Boy, I gotta say, it looks like the other line's gonna do better than mine. Honor doubleton, we said, is fine. Honor third, honor doubleton, honor third. Honor doubleton. My line succeeds here. My line succeeds here as well. But the finesse does as well, doesn't it? Jack losing. Then ace dropping it and the 10 holds. Yes, that's true. And on all these lines, layouts, you just can't win. Yeah, pretty close. 27.5 versus 29.5. But it is better to lead the jack. Huh. It's tough, like, to do this kind of calculation. Because, like, to do it at the table. Let's say we knew that West had, you know, 8 hearts, or 7 hearts, and West only had 2. Then we'd, like, have vacant spaces. West has only 6, and East actually has 11. And all these numbers would change. And, you know, would that make the difference? I'm not sure. I bet if I put it in, I'd be really unhappy because it would just delete the table and I'd have to do all this selection again. This is why I like Richard's calculators better. But just for kicks, let's say West had 6, East had 11. Let's say we knew West had a 7-card heart suit. And then we have to fill out the whole table again. So, interesting. I didn't really consider the possibility at all that I could pick up a 3-3 with the honors split by leading the jack. If I had, I think I still would have gotten it wrong by playing low to the ace, low to the jack, thinking that honor doubleton is more likely, given the vacant spaces thing, but it turns out that that's not true. Certainly, if we didn't know anything about the East and West hands, leading the jack would be better, because honor third is more likely than honor doubleton. But knowing that West has a 6-card suit, I thought honor doubleton was likely. Turns out that's not enough to actually justify the play I took. This looks like we're going to take all the tricks-ish, right? Like, how could I not? I guess if hearts were 5-1. So the idea is ace of clubs, all the spades, or, well, enough to draw the trump, 4 of them. Then ace, king, queen of hearts pitching a club. And unless the hearts are 5-1, I can ruff a heart, cross to dummy and diamonds, and cash the last heart. So the question just is, what do you do if hearts are 5-1? What's your goal? What's your plan? It seems like a squeeze would be the only thing you could do. What kind of squeeze would that be? It's possible that East has the king and queen of clubs, in which case he would be the only one guarding clubs. Actually, is it possible? What was the auction? Yeah, sure. He certainly has one of them, because if he had both, West would lead them instead of the 5. So East has at least one club honor. If East has both club honors, then we should have what we need for, like a, I don't know. Maybe it's a compound squeeze around clubs. Maybe it's a double squeeze around diamonds, whatever. The hearts can't be guarded by both players, so I guess it'll never really be a compound squeeze. Yeah, I don't know. Just like play it and see what happens. As long as everyone follows this heart, I can just claim. All right. Pretty boring hand. I don't think anyone's going to make a mistake on that one. This should be 50%. Everybody did exactly the same thing. If you did something different, you should stop playing bridge. The good news is we know it can't be below 50 because we got literally all the tricks. Nobody could have gotten more, and they were all in the same contract. 58? Who are these people? This should be 50. How do you miss that you could set up hearts? I just don't know, man. Turns out East did have the king and queen of clubs. So if he had 5 hearts, then he was squeezed in clubs and hearts. Although the entries were kind of messed up the way I played it. Whereas if West had 5 hearts, there was a double squeeze around diamonds. So we're in 4 no trump. After West opens 2 spades but declines to lead the suit. Finds a club lead, which seems pretty good for them. I don't like this at all. Why am I in 4 no trump? Interesting choice. I think 4 no is an overbid. So, what is the club position? If I put in the jack and West has the queen, won't that be nice? But if East has the queen, it goes jack, queen, and then I suppose ace. I would have some problems. Actually, what if I went jack, queen, duck? Best defense would be to continue a club. But it will look very tempting for East to switch to a spade, seeing the singleton king on dummy, and his partner having opened 2 spades. And I would greatly appreciate that. West would win the ace and then probably continue. Because he doesn't know I have 5 of them. The auction should hint it, but it doesn't promise it. And like, you know, I could have jack 4th. I don't have to have jack 10, 9, 5th. Setting up the spades would be a great favor for me. Yeah, I think we play the jack and then duck if East plays the queen. On a non-queen play, we just attack spades on our own. And of course, West continues. Very predictable. I want to pitch a heart, right? I have one loser left. And so a red suit squeeze against East would be the main line, which is basically just a finesse, I guess. Except that the squeeze might pick up West's Queen Doubleton. Actually, hang on. West has Ace Queen of Spades and the Queen of Clubs, apparently, unless East made a very unorthodox duck. You really shouldn't have another queen. So I think the diamond finesse against East is pretty much marked. But if possible, I think I would like to play it as a squeeze anyway, so that I don't know why exactly. Anyway, I don't need this last heart. May as well lead the jack. Oh, I'm so bad at this game? No, this is fine. Well, no, of course this is right. I was not supposed to cash the Ace King of Hearts while I was over there. The question of what to discard on dummy is actually a little bit exciting. Maybe I just take the finesse anyway. This ace was stupid. The problem is now... If I cash the Ace King of Hearts... Well, I have to cash one heart before I take the finesse again, because I have to get back to dummy. But if I cash only one, and it goes 10, Queen, King, discard... then I still have a diamond loser, and I can't get back to dummy for the heart to pitch it. Whereas if I cash both hearts and take the finesse, and the finesse loses, I risk West being able to cash a heart if the suit was 3-3. I mean, oh no, wait. East pitched one heart on the last spade. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to cash some spades. East has pitched a second heart now. Okay. A third heart. There are only 3 hearts remaining. Okay, and so the hearts are coming in. So it was a squeeze, but the finesse was also working. Which, I mean, is sort of known, right? You only play the squeeze so that you won't be so stressed out when you finesse, except I've made it more stressful somehow. I don't need to look at this, right? I can look here. Yeah. As long as I hit refresh. Okay, get out of here then. Because the idea is, like, after I cash all these spades and the club, everyone's coming down to 4 cards. Dummy has these 4, I have these 4. What does East keep? You know, assuming East didn't already throw away all their hearts, they would now be pinched holding Queen Third of Hearts and Queen X of Diamonds. Say they threw away all their clubs already. They need to keep 3 hearts to stop the hearts from running. They need to keep 2 diamonds to stop the diamonds from running. Ta-da! But I kind of think this line was worse than just taking a finesse. Well, I don't know. Oh, East had the queen of clubs. I'm only now realizing. So the duck was just a weird play, right? Shouldn't you... Yeah, put the queen on. Okay, so actually, I thought the finesse was almost guaranteed because West had the queen of clubs and therefore shouldn't really have another queen. I was mistaken in this. Like, Gibb does say you can have 10 or fewer high card points. Ace, queen, queen, queen is 10. It's technically possible. But I think most such hands you would just open one spade. But Gibb might not. But the problem with the way I played it is, suppose East does have the queen of diamonds, but like they only have 2 and West has 3. Then I had to pitch dummies diamond intermediates, and I actually can't take the finesse at the end. I'm relying on East having 3 of them rather than having the queen. So if East has specifically 3 small, well, yeah. If East has 3 small, the finesse loses and my line gains. But if East has queen X, then West has 3 small. So those are both like, if East has 3 small, my line was an improvement. If East has 3 small, my line made things worse than just finessing. And so you could ask, which player is more likely to have 3 small? I think it's hugely more likely to be East, given West's long spades. And apparently longish clubs for having led the 5. So, yeah, I guess I played it right. I think it was right to do it as a red suit squeeze against East. But, I mean, I don't know. If the hearts were 3-3 and East had queen third of diamonds, then I actually did kind of give something up, right? Because I could have taken the finesse and didn't. And the squeeze has failed. So, I don't know. Maybe just taking the finesse was better. Just got very lucky that, I mean, everyone else who put in the jack presumably also got lucky when East let the jack win. But I liked my idea of jack, duck, duck. And that would entice East to lead a spade. I don't think a human would necessarily fall for that, but a robot should. Anyway, made 11 tricks. And a solid score. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.